Guys, welcome back to Queen Varieties channel. In today's episode, I will show you how to cook goat meat fried rice recipe, a perfect way you can make your fried rice with goat meat. Guys, this food is absolutely tasty, super flavorful, and incredibly amazing and delicious. Trust me, the flavor is so intense. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel to get instant notifications whenever I upload any video. Kindly share my videos with your friends, loved ones, or anybody you want to share it with. Thank you. As you can see, I've placed all the goat meat here, and also off camera I've gone ahead to marinate this goat meat with some little quantity of salt, just so that the salt will sit deeply inside the meat. It's been sitting for like 3 good hours, so now I'm going forward to cook it. I'll turn my heat to the very highest, cover this pot to cook for exactly 10 minutes. After 10 minutes I will include more spices inside this place. 10 minutes later, in this plate here I have various spices. Here is a combination of red and green Scotch bonnet pepper. I also have some thyme, curry powder, dry basil, got some paprika powder, and a pair of Knorr cube. Over here I have some diced onions. I'm using purple onions precisely. I'll pour that in. Aromat, I'll add some aromat. Remember, I'm not adding salt here because I use salt to marinate the goat meat. Instead, I will be using the stock cube and the aromat. You just have to make sure that your goat meat will taste super nice, because that is going to be the base of this recipe. The next ingredient I'm going to toss now, which is definitely optional, is some jerk seasoning. This is a combination of all spices. In fact, if you have spice mix, just substitute it with this. So I love the taste that this jerk seasoning gives to meat, fish, or any of those related recipe like chicken. I'll just add a little bit, like maybe half teaspoon or 1 teaspoon, just something reasonable. Alright, so finally I'll pour in a reasonable quantity of water, about 4 cups of water. That's what I'm using now. My friends, so I'll go forward now and cover the pot. I'll allow this to cook for exactly 20 good minutes. That is because I'm using a cast iron pot to cook. So the next step is to wash your rice. For this recipe I'm using 8 good cups of rice. Feel free to reduce the quantity depending on the number of people that you're making for. I'm cooking for a large family. Minutes later, I've set out all the goat meat inside my tray here. At this point in time, I'll be transferring it into the oven to grill. At the same time, you can fry it if you prefer. So sorry, I'm in a hurry because my husband is traveling tonight, so I have to do everything very fast. Alright, so what I'm just doing now is to sieve the stock. After adding the rice, you're going to pour in the stock. The stock we just sieved earlier on. It's very important to have the stock. It's going to be the secret to this recipe. You don't want to add too much quantity of water to your rice. You want your rice to be as firm as possible. So that the water level and the rice is almost at the same stage. Okay. Yes, you see it's very visible. The rice is visible on the surface. Now you're going to taste it because of the stock that we have here to see whether you should add salt or not. Some aromat to boost the flavor of the rice, just a little bit, maybe about half teaspoon of aromat. Over here I have some turmeric, about a teaspoon of turmeric. You can use turmeric or curry powder, anyone you prefer. I'm going for turmeric right now since I already have some curry powder in the stock. Finally, I'm going to add some salt. Please add salt to your taste. Some of you complain I use too much salt. Maybe the camera shows you I use too much salt, but actually it's not too much because I know what I'm cooking here. Okay, I always taste my food as I go. Alright, so I'm going to taste it now to see if it is okay. It tastes super nice. So this is how you want to have it at this stage. I will cover the pot and allow it to cook. My heat is still at the highest heat. What I'm going to do is once the rice begins to surface fully, I will then reduce the heat to the very lowest. Once again, you're welcome back. At this point in time, you can see that the rice has risen. Pay attention to the type of rice you're using, because that will give you an indication of how long you should cook or how short you should cook. Still have some moisture in the pot. I'm going forward now to foil this pot. I'm going to cook this on the very lowest heat until it becomes 80% cooked. 20 minutes later, guys, and the rice is super ready. This is what we are having right now. See that the rice is now fluffy. Guys, this rice smells so good. If yours is not ready, just give it some time to cook completely, and once it's ready, you set it aside. The grains of the rice is not mushy, as you can see. It's completely bouncing. I love the flavor from the rice. You know how goat meat tastes now, so I shouldn't be telling you that. To the wok, I'll add 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, my beautiful people, you can see that the butter has turned brown in nature. Trust me, this is when your butter is super tasty in your fried rice. A combination of onions and spring onions. I'm using 1 pepper onions and spring onion. The spring onion I have here is the white area. I'll use the green area later on. We're going to toast this for exactly 30 seconds. If you notice, I'm not using garlic and ginger. That's because I don't want it to overpower the flavor of the goat meat. You can add garlic and ginger if you want. Today I'm not feeling like using that. Combination of bell peppers. This is 1 bell pepper each. That is 1 green, yellow and red. I'll pour that in. I'll toast that for some few seconds. I'll add a little bit of aromat. Substitute the aromat with salt. Stir that in just so that the vegetables will be flavorful. Yes, that's what I really want at this point in time. I've gone ahead to dice the goat meat into little bite chunks. Coat this thing here perfectly. Take your time and coat all these ingredients. It's just like a stir fry we are making here. My beautiful people, at this point in time, your neighbors should know that something wonderful is going down in your kitchen. In fact, I can hear your neighbors right now knocking at your door asking, what is happening here? What is happening? Oh my God, guys, trust me, this place smells incredibly awesome. I want all the vegetables to be super crunchy. And let me remind you that you should be doing this on your highest heat. The same wok, I'm going to add some little quantity of oil with some butter. Add some green spring onions. Just the green area of the spring onion. I told you earlier on I was not going to use any garlic in this recipe. I have a combination of fresh parsley and 1 red scotch bonnet pepper, super spicy pepper, just to infuse more spiciness to the dish. If you don't like it too pepperish, please skip this pepper I'm using now. The parsley is very important for this recipe, playing the role of fresh spice. So please don't skip it. Frying it in this oil is very important because it's going to infuse a nice taste aroma to your dish. I'll allow that to fry in for some few minutes. Now I'll add some thyme. Just when you notice that the parsley is becoming a little pale in nature, then it's okay to now add the next ingredient. Over here I'm going to add some frozen peas. Add peas according to the quantity that you wish. For this video or for this recipe, I will not add too much quantities of vegetable. I'm just sticking to just peas and fresh corn. That's all I will use. If you want to use carrots, green beans, any other ingredients of your choice, feel free to add it. Alright friends, I've been toasting this for exactly 2 good minutes now. want it to be very sweet, I'm going to add lots of frozen corn. Drizzle a little quantity of salt at the surface. Everything is now ready. After extra 1 minute, I'm going to reduce the quantity of vegetable I have here and begin toasting the rice. And I'll be adding the rice step by step. You just have to add the rice gradually until you get your own desired color and appearance. I hope you've not forgotten the goat meat and peppers that we made earlier on. I'll add some of that. It's gradually coming together. Okay guys, so at this stage you should be doing this on your highest heat. Actually, I'll be frying this rice in 2 stages. While this one here is in the pot still, I still have plenty rice left. Okay, so I'll fry this one first before I finish the other one there. Five minutes later, friends, and finally, I tell you this rice is ready. All the adjectives to use to qualify this rice. Guys, trust me, oh my God. If you've not tried goat meat fried rice, give it a try because this is one of my all-time nice, fantastic recipe I love to enjoy. Alright, my beautiful people, so here we are going to draw the curtain for today's recipe. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, kindly like, share this video with your friends, loved ones, or anybody you want to share it with. Until I come your way next time, bye.